episode is all about us creating our new wildlife pond. Now, we didn't actually ever intend on having a pond, but when we were building our event dome and doing all the landscaping, we needed some extra dirt, and so we thought, well, let's come down to this corner that's always really boggy and people always get their cars stuck in, and create our pond here, so that we can get this extra dirt, and also it would be another extra kind of feature to the site. So this is how it all started, and it all started with a gigantic digger. Right, so it turns out that there's a water pipe that's a very, very old water pipe that is running through the field, and we didn't know about it. So I just had to nip to Mole Valley to get a connector to try and put it back together. And I'm hoping this will fit.
It's alright, you've got James coming. He's gonna come and save you before you spray water all on you.
Well,
this is why you need a professional.
What it?
So maybe that's why it's always wet here.
They're not going to reach. So I now need to get some pipe that's...
Maybe that's why it is always wet here. That's been leaking for you.
Yeah. So this is the starting of the pond. He's just basically taken off the topsoil. Because this is like, yeah, proper clay.
It should hold all the water in.
So that's good. And then, so he's parked off topsoil somewhere else so we can use it in the event dome. And then, yeah, so just got to dig out. I think it's only going to be about this deep-ish.
Yes.
Is that right?
That is correct.
It's already filling with water, so that's a good start, although that might be because of the pipe.
No, I think it isn't, because if you look over there in the reeds...
Oh, the reed's actually higher than, yeah.
Yeah, and I think the whole plan is that eventually he's going to dig a channel across so that that water there will come into here. And this should then stay, fill up, so when that's filled up it'll spill into here. Okay. And then it shouldn't go back, because I think this is going to be lower than that.
Yeah. So we hopefully won't need to line it or anything because it's clay.
You know, he seemed to suggest that this clay is good enough that he thinks that it should hold the water.
Okay,
so that's very
really
good,
good, yeah.
Check these tracks out.
Oh man, what a mess!
But he said he will put it back to rights.
Okay.
So that's all good.
Good.
James is very good.
Yeah. So I think this is the finished dug pond, and it's got water in it.
Yeah, the water's coming in.
Oh, because it's coming. So he's basically dug a channel from the reed, so that will now flow. Look, Brian, you've got your waterfall. It's just the water feature you've always wanted.
Not quite, but yeah, I think this will work really well. You want to go for a swim, Rachel?
No.
So here we are down by the pond, and our friends Rachel and Dave, they were having a clear out of all of this blue lias stone that you can see here. So they kindly delivered it for us, and Vicky's got some grand ideas about putting it around the pond. So she's just been experimenting over there whether to dig it in or not, but I'm not quite sure. My idea is just to plonk it on the top, put some dirt on it, and then stick some grass seed.
Some dirt on it? We'll put some dirt on it.
Some dirt and some ferns and whatever other aquatic plants.
Yeah, so I was thinking about digging it in, and I think that's a terrible idea because there's so much of it. And it's going to take quite a lot to shift. As you can see, we got the tipper truck stuck, so that was fun. I had to drive the tractor, and I don't really do the driving the tractor.
No, you don't.
So yeah, so maybe we do just...
I don't know, we need to experiment.
Yeah.
And then over here, if you have a look, I've got these fence panels, which are 4 foot high by 8 foot wide, that we're going to basically stand up like this. Wooden post and a post along the top. And I think it'll make a really nice enclosure, mainly because William, he's ended up in the pond already, and if he's going to do it, I think lots of other guests' children will as well. So we need to make this as safe as possible, and I figure this is the best way.
So the thing is, William has a monster truck that can drive in the water, and for ages since he got it at Christmas, he's been desperate to try it and test it out in the water. So this is what happened when he did. How are you going to get it out? surprised it actually floats. I don't know what I was expecting.
Let's go! Come on!
Wouldn't it be funny if you fell in?
No.
Told you! Told you! I knew that it would float.
I knew that was going to happen.
Good. Fine. Mom!
Okay, you'll be able to get it now, Annabelle.
Mom!
Annabelle's going in to get it. Annabelle is going in to get it.
I have to.
What is wrong with you lot?
Hold me! Okay. Hold me!
You may as well just got your swimming. Get out! You may as well just got your swimming costume on. Get
No!
out of the trap!
Okay. Give me the one.
Right, give Annabelle the monster trap.
Yay!
Right, here.
Now
hold
swim!
this.
Swim! Swim!
No! Don't you dare push me in.
Yeah! I love this! I love this day! It's fun.
This is not a fun day.
Yeah! Let's go! I want to do it again!
No, we're not playing. No, monster trap's not going back in the pond.
Yay! Oh yeah! Oh yeah!
I blame Father Christmas.
Let's go! Let's go! What are you doing? Yeah, let's go! Yeah!
Right, stop it!
Yay!
Come on, stop it! Look at me in mud.
I'm the cannibal! I'm the cannibal! I love it!
I'm sure you love it, but you won't be loving it for very much longer once we've gated it all up. We're going to put a big fence around it so you can't get in.
No.
I think you could easily jump over.
Right, I'm going in. So Brian wants to make a sluice gate.
Well, not a sluice, but I just want to make a barrier here so that when this fills up with a lot of water, it overtops, but then it can't run back. So that's
Yeah.
what I want to do.
So we've half got the bit of thingamajiggy in here.
Well, do you want to tell the viewers what actually happened? This is a family channel.
So yes, so we were lifting it in there. My phone fell out of my pocket.
Ended up in the water.
It's fine.
It's now over there. It's recovering after having gone underwater.
This is so slippery.
Yeah, it's called mud. And
So
so you're going to do it, okay?
well,
I'll let Miss Muscles get in there.
I'm in here now, aren't I? They don't lean on me. See, I'm doing the splits. No, no.
Yeah, it's not really working, is it?
Are these waterproof, these boots? Because if they are, I'll just get in.
Yeah, they are.
But you haven't got your wellies on.
No, I don't have my wellies on there. And there goes the camera in the mud. I want to say, I hate mud.
This is attractive. Look, I'm giving birth to the auger.
So what is it that you're actually doing?
What we're actually doing is making a fence around the pond. So we've gone for 6 foot.
8 foot.
No, they're 6 foot, are they?
These are 8 foot.
No, but the post length.
Oh, the posts are 6 foot because it's 8 foot by 4 foot.
So basically, we've got these panels that are going to create a fence to keep out a William and to keep out, like if we have ducks eventually, to keep out the foxes, whatever. So we thought we'd start with these panels, and they're the size of a sheet of ply, 8 foot by 4 foot, and so we're now just putting in fence posts to hold them up to make a fence, essentially. We've never made a fence before, but We're learning. So we're back to it with the fence today, and we've had our delivery of postcrete, and now we're just trying to sort of line up how the fence posts are going to go. So we now need to get the postcrete into the ground, and we need to take basically everything off this post so that we get it all completely level.
So the packet says to add to clean water, but I'm afraid we've only got dirty water.
We've only got really dirty ditch water, so...
Which, yeah, it's filling up, so I hope this works.
Ah! That's it. Drop stuff on my head.
So we've got to the point where we've postcreted these 3 posts in, and we've measured it, and we've just tacked that one there temporarily whilst we were making sure that it lined up with the post. We've got a level, obviously we're using spirit level, and we've done that one, we've measured it, but as you can see, everything's just such a quagmire, and my boots, everything is just so much more difficult because you're just covered in mud. And everything you want to touch is just covered in mud. So, but we're making good progress, and we should be done in the next...
In 2023?
No. Well, we've got to go and do the base now, so we better go and do that whilst these are setting.
Yeah. Okay. So we've got our first fence panel up, which is literally taken all day.
We went and did the base as well.
Yeah, we did the base. I went out for lunch, and we had an award ceremony.
Yeah. So, what are you expecting?
But I think it's gonna look really good. I like it. So we needed a gate for the fencing, and we just bought a flat pack gate from Wix, which will look like this. At the moment, it looks like this. So we're just putting all the tongue groove panels in. I built all this shenanigans here, and hopefully it'll look alright by the end of it. So we finished making our gate, and now we're just going to be, I painted it as well, and now we're just screwing the 3 hinges on it. We put a big fatter post in to where the gate's going to go, so that it's just a bit stronger. And then we've got this one ready to go as well once we know how big the gate is.
Hey guys, so today I'm going to do a lead challenge here, and in the pond I'm going to see how long a ditch here, for how long I can stay here for. I think I'll stay here for like until sun goes down.
What do you have? What did you bring with you?
Lanterns, that's all. Lanterns.
No food? No water?
No, I don't want one.
No shoes?
Nah. Too lame.
So we're at the point now where we've finished doing the side, and we've just put in the gate, and we put a little latch on there, nice and easy. I didn't want the gate coming out, so it goes in, and we've got the next lot of posts in. They've been postcreted in, and now we're just going to start securing them. So these ones are all going to be at the same height all the way along, whereas this we had to stagger up because of how much the incline comes up. So, yeah,
So we need to chop that off, chop a couple of bits off. But we started going a bit wonky that way, so we've put a line coming from that post all the way down to the end, so that we kind of try and stay on a straight line. Oh, what happened to the spirit level?
It got buried and then Daddy stood on it.
How are we supposed to know if it's level? It's got a worm wrapped in it.
Where?
Oh, gross.
But then, have you seen look at my boot? Look at how much stuff is on my boot.
I know.
I can't even walk
it's
properly.
horrendous.
Pass me the job.
So because of the way we're trying to get these all flush, we're having to put the screws in at angles. So we're just like angling it up. So, oh, yuck. Just so that we can screw it in a bit easier. So this mesh weld stuff that we're using, it was about £16 a panel. And basically we're just using these, I can't even see because it's so muddy, U-shaped tacks to tack them on. So if we look at the fence from here, it looks alright. Looks pretty straight, looks pretty good. If you cut, yeah, okay. If you look at it from this way, it's like well wonky, but hopefully no one will really notice. So now that our fence is all finished, we've just got a few bits where to make it level we didn't quite get it to the top of this, so I'm just going to whiz that bit off, and whiz the big post off, and then the fencing will all be done. Brian's been pumping out the ditch into the pond, and he's like literally run out of water.
Well, I'm going to dig it out more and sink my bucket in.
Are you?
Well, that's the
Oh,
plan.
but it's just proper sludge mank water.
No, it's just, yeah, well, it's the end, the dregs.
Yeah.
You can see, I basically, it was up to there this morning, and I basically drained the whole entire ditch.
Well, this dirty water pump does 8,000 litres an hour.
It does do 8,000 litres an hour, and check it out.
And how long's it been running for?
Only for about the last 2 hours.
Okay.
You can see how much higher it is over here.
Yeah.
Obviously it's looking sludgy, but that's because we need to start getting the filtration and the air back in there so that it can start to clean it up a bit.
Yeah. So we've just bought a waterfall machine thing. So the pump's in the pond, and then we're going to build a rockery, and then this is going to go at the top, and this is going to create this cascading waterfall.
I
So
must say it
guess
ain't cascading as much as I was expecting.
well, it's because it's on a funny angle, then, isn't it?
It's better now.
Yeah, well, that'll make a nice babbling
I think
waterfall,
it
won't
needs
it?
to be over
I'm
that
not so sure
side.
it will. It's
What?
not the gushing I'd expected.
It's just the nice sound of trickling water, that's all you want.
But I think it should be over that side because then you can't really see it there.
Well, no, because we're going to build all this up, so this will all be a rockery.
Well, would it not be better over there? Because then as you're coming from that side, you can then see it.
I don't care where it goes, it can be anywhere you like. If you want it over there, it can be over there.
So then you can see.
And it'll be closer to the power source over there,
Yeah, I think so.
if that's what you want to do. So I'm just basically, I don't know what I'm doing, but I've just basically got a load of rocks and I'm trying to make like a feeling of a cascading waterfall, but I need some more stones, please.
What type of stone do you want?
Like little ones, I think, really.
Like this side.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Ah! It went in my mouth.
Ah! You want to come in here and do this instead?
No, well, I've got to lift the rocks and I've got to get them to you. I've got the hard job.
I got completely splattered. And there's stuff in my mouth.
Don't reach your mouth.
Ugh. We're a couple of months on now, it's April, and the grass is kind of starting to grow slowly back. I mean, it's not a complete swamp anymore like it was. This is kind of how we're going with the waterfall. So it's good because it's now bubbling into something, so you're getting the aeration. This obviously looks like a massive dog's breakfast, but we're going to plant a load of seed and hopefully this will all then grow back to grass. What we've also been doing is pumping out the reed so that that water will pump into the pond to try and get as high as it can go, which I think we've probably got to now, that point, because Brian's dam is sort of starting to overflow, so we've got a few leaks going on down here. So I think once we've kind of drained the reed, then we'll be able to build our dam up a bit more. But yeah, it's really nice because we've seen like little water boatmen, and there was a duck in here the other day. So it's definitely starting to become its own ecosystem. If you've got any suggestions of how we can kind of disguise this plastic stuff, I'm hoping when stuff grows around it, you won't really notice it. But at the moment, it's just making quite a nice, relaxing, bubbling, waterfall noise. I'd quite like to get a fountainy thing going too, but you know, that's for another day. We've bought some oxygenating pond plants. I mean, this is it. And the pond's quite big. So, but they're really expensive. This is £27 worth of hornwort, which apparently is a good beginner's oxygenating plant for a pond. I think you just chuck it in.
Do you? Seriously, is that it?
It's gonna go nowhere. 3 of these. 4 of these. How many?
Well, do you not break them up?
I think you can break them up. Maybe we need to do that.
I think break one up,
Right,
and then
do this.
and then maybe put the others. Because you want them to kind of, yeah, and then just throw that, maybe. I really don't know. I know nothing about ponds. Wow, if these survive, it'll be amazing.
Well, that's it so far. Hopefully in a few months' time we'll be able to come back and show you whether our pond plants stayed alive, how the kind of greenery's grown around the waterfall feature, and whether in fact any water even stayed in the pond over the summer. So we'll be back with an update, but if you have any questions or if you have any divine inspiration or you know stuff about ponds, then please let us know in the comments, because I'm sure you guys have got some amazing insight. So yeah, thanks for watching and we'll see you on our next episode.